Good morning. This is your 10 a.m. daily weather briefing. Continuing to see plenty of high clouds out there this morning with some filtered sun, with our winds right now fairly light out of the southeast, and seeing our temperatures climbing up into the upper 70s. Expecting a fairly nice day ahead today. We'll see a very slight chance, or a slight chance of a light shower pushing through as we get into the afternoon hours. Not looking like a high probability, but nonetheless that chance will be there. Otherwise, we'll see increasing clouds going overnight and some deteriorating conditions as we get into the day on Friday. If we take a look at our current surface analysis, looking at Hurricane Helene down in the Gulf of Mexico, expecting that to move northward fairly swiftly into the Big Bend of Florida and track up and begin to meander over the Tennessee and Kentucky region as it slowly starts to dissipate. But as that makes that move inland, we'll see some slightly breezy conditions as well as some rainy conditions moving into the area, mainly as we get through today on Friday, and should see much of that lift north of the area as we move into our Saturday. With a return to some rain chances later into the weekend. So looking at the latest forecast track from Hurricane Helene, looking at maximum sustained winds of 100 miles per hour, and as you can see, it looks like that storm is going to make a fairly swift movement inland, and again, as mentioned, lingering and decaying up around the Tennessee, Kentucky region as we get into the day on later in the day on Friday. And as mentioned, we'll see those rain bands starting to come off of that as we go uh, through the day on Friday. If we look at our upper level winds from this morning, seeing those winds out of the south-southeast in the lowest levels, seeing more southerly component as we go up through the column and becoming southwesterly as we get above 16 to 20,000 feet. Our peak wind today is 45 knots to 25,000 feet, and the freezing level is at 14,200 feet. Taking a look at the current visible satellite, we can see plenty of high clouds in the area. Do have some low and mid-level clouds that are kind of tracking north-northwestward off the water here. Do expect some of that to build in to the local area as we move through the daytime hours, and we do see some light showers off the coast as well. If we take a look at the local radar here, again, expecting much of that to not impact the local area, but can't rule out a light shower swinging through, mainly as we get into the afternoon time frame. If we look at the short-term high-resolution model, see how things are expected to play out for the next 48 hours, we'll see mainly dry conditions, as you can see here. Through the daytime hours, just that very low-end chance of a light shower. Going into the evening, we'll see clouds gradually increasing and lowering as we move through the overnight, and we'll see some thickening up of those clouds as we move into Friday morning, with some light precipitation possibly moving in as we get into the start of the day on Friday. And then going through the day, we'll continue to see cloudiness. Clouds will be socked in, and some light rain likely through the daytime hours, with that rain becoming possibly more moderate to even possibly an embedded thunderstorm as we get later into the afternoon time frame. And this one we'll see some slightly breezier conditions as well. And then going into the overnight and into the morning hours of Saturday, we'll start to see much of that activity lifting north of the area as that band continues to push northward. We'll continue to see some low clouds around the area, possibly some patchy mist or a light sprinkle as we move through the early morning hours of Saturday. If we zoom out here, look at the longer term forecast. Starting off on Saturday morning, as you can see that Hurricane Helene, since dissipating and what's left of it, kind of linking up with an upper level low over that Kentucky and Tennessee region and continuing to meander. Looking at mainly dry conditions as we move through the day on Saturday, with much of that rain activity staying to our north. But as we move into the day on Sunday, we'll start to see that boundary kind of sink back down over the area. That, along with the upper level trough kind of lingering in the region, we'll see rain chances as we move through the day on Sunday, and that will pretty much be the case as we move through Monday as well as possibly into Tuesday, as that trough slowly starts to push through the local region, moving through the day on Tuesday, and possibly seeing some relief from that rainfall as we get into the day on Wednesday, with much of the upper level trough clearing out of here, and possibly seeing some high pressure building back in as we get to the middle and later part of next week. So if we look at our 24-hour weather risk chart for today, expecting mainly green conditions as we move through the day. Do have a yellow risk for that precip threat this afternoon, just about a 20% chance of maybe seeing that light shower pushing through, but overall expecting dry conditions. See winds out of the south-southeast around 9 to 14 knots today, and seeing our high temperature around 78 degrees. Again, expecting mostly cloudy conditions through the daytime hours. We'll have a chance of seeing a ceiling develop around 2,500 feet, as we do expect some of those clouds to develop between 2,000 to 3,000 feet this afternoon, and then we'll see those gradually increasing and those ceilings falling as we move into the overnight time frame. So overcast conditions for the nighttime this evening, and seeing those winds lighten up a bit out of the south-southeast, 4 to 9 knots. Our low temperature just around 70 degrees, as we'll have those clouds socked in, and we'll see that chance for some reduced ceilings. So we do pick up that yellow risk of reduced ceilings as we move past the mainly the 22 local time frame and sticking around through the start of the day on Friday. We'll see our tides running about a half a foot to a foot above normal, and then we'll see deteriorating conditions as we move into Friday. We'll see cloudy conditions. We'll see that light rain moving through, and then the chance for more moderate rain showers, possibly a thunderstorm as we get later in the day. Slightly breezy, again, mainly later in the day with those showers and thunderstorm chances increasing. We'll see an orange risk for precip, and looking at a yellow risk for our lightning threat. And we'll see a yellow risk for those winds at or above 25 knots, and a chance for those reduced ceilings continuing through the day. Seeing a high around 78 degrees. Those weather risks continue as we move into Friday evening, particularly the first part of the evening, with just a slight increase in the chance of reduced ceilings. Looking at an orange risk as we move through the evening time frame, we will see those rain showers start to taper off as we move into early Saturday morning, but keeping some low clouds and patchy mist around likely. We'll see our low temperature around 70 degrees. And moving into Saturday, we'll see things start finally breaking and moving north of the local area. Partly cloudy conditions expected with warm temperatures, a high around 82. And again, very slight chance of some low clouds or patchy mist to start today. Again, expecting that to clear out as we move through the day. So overall, expecting green conditions for Saturday at this time. Extended forecast, again, as we move into Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, we'll see daily chances of some rain showers around the area, depending on how that boundary sets up and how quickly that upper level trough moves through the region and off to the east. But keeping our temperatures just below 80 for Sunday and Monday. Low temperatures in the upper 60s, and then we'll see a cool down as some of those rain chances move out of here, with our high temperatures back to a seasonable 75 and our low temperatures in the lower 60s as we get to the middle of the week. That's going to wrap up the 10 a.m. daily weather briefing. We'll be back again tomorrow at 8:15 and 10 a.m. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your day.